again. And thank you now anybody who might be watching the YouTube video, lovingly prepared for us by Garrett. And watch all our YouTube videos, because we have, there's probably almost 300 of them now on our YouTube channel. And many different speakers, a number by me, but a lot of other people have spoken too, so watch them all. So the title of my talk today, Leap of Faith. And I am moving along with actually the theme that Reverend Vincent had last week when he spoke. Reverend Vincent spoke about holding faith, about having faith and holding on to it in the midst of challenging times. And he talked about some of the challenges that seem to be going on in our culture right now, certainly the challenges with the gun violence and the shootings that happened in El Paso and then in Dayton, I think it was Dayton, Ohio. So yeah, but I realized that faith is one of those words that, you know, is easy to say. You know, everybody uses the term faith, or many people use the term faith, but what it actually means, I mean, it's a broad term, and it can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. It's very easy to talking to somebody, and they seem to be going through an issue or a problem that they're worried about. You can say, have faith. And, you know, what we probably mean there is, you know, have some hope. But faith and hope aren't really the same thing. So, you know, I was just thinking about that this week, especially, and yesterday as well. So, of course, I decided to look it up in the dictionary, which is my ilk to do. And, you know, faith has several definitions, of course. One is that the complete trust or confidence in someone or something. When you have faith, you have complete trust or confidence. So it's more than just having hope, which can be a little iffy. Hope is maybe it'll work out okay. Faith is never maybe. Faith is like, it's going to work out okay. So when we're telling somebody to have faith, we're really telling them to hold on with confidence and trust that everything is going to work out okay. Okay. All things work together for our good. And, you know, of course, the miracles idea, it's all going to work out for our good. And the only reason we don't see that is because we're looking at just too small of a perception of things. Another definition of faith is a strong belief in God or in the doctrine of a religion. And remember, doctrine just means the teachings of a religion. I know the word has some other nuances. And I know that Marianne Williamson, on being interviewed, said that A Course in Miracles had no doctrine, which I think isn't true. I mean, there's obviously a lot of doctrine in A Course in Miracles, but she was probably taking the more negative definition of doctrine, but doctrine really just is, you know, the teaching. So, the other definition of faith, a strong belief in God or in the doctrines of religion. So I also relate to A Course in Miracles, like my religion. So having faith, you know, A Course in Miracles is really my faith, and I have a strong belief in it, and I have confidence in it, and I have trust in it, and the teachings of it, and the doctrine of it, the teachings of it, that if I really submerge and submerge myself in these teachings, I will know what to do to get through whatever appearance might be going on in my life that is causing me a challenge. And it's always really that, just a appearance. Another definition of faith is a strongly held belief or theory. A strongly held belief or theory. So I think we Course in Miracles students probably don't really agree on a whole lot, but one of the things that I think a majority of A Course in Miracles students probably do agree on is that A Course teaches us that in some way we are manifesting the world that we perceive ourselves to be in. We probably want to, you know, define that a little bit, but I think, you know, we have faith in that idea that none of us are really victims of the world, that things may seem to be happening to us, but somehow we are manifesting the world as we perceive it, and that it is powerful to come from that point of view rather than the point of view that things are happening to us that are not our will. Okay, there's many, many quotations that you can use to talk about faith, so I'm only going to pick out a few. Okay, so one of the things that A Course in Miracles says about faith that I think is really interesting is that we never lack faith. And there's actually no such thing as lacking faith. It's just that we have put our faith in the wrong things. So what we lack is, the results of faith put in the right thing. And I always like this quote. It says, "Your faith is placed in the most trivial and insane symbols. Pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being liked, knowing the right people." So we put faith in those things. And what A Course in Miracles says is that's really putting faith in nothing. That's putting faith in nothing. And so, yeah, we don't get the confidence, working out, manifestation of miracles that we are hoping for. It's really because we put our faith in nothing. And I mean, there's so many things I could add to this list, right? I put my faith in a cup of coffee in the morning to help me wake up and get my mind and my body cooking where I think they should be cooking. So I put my faith in. I put my faith in the idea that if I work hard, I will succeed. Hard work will bring success. This is a value, an idea that I put my faith in. I put my faith in the idea that if I have sex, I'll feel good. We put our faith in all kinds of things, and A Course in Miracles just really, really wants us to challenge that. And then in another place it says, "Your faith in nothing is deceiving you." See, that's the problem. We're putting our faith in nothing, and it is deceiving us. It is lying to us. And then he says, "Offer your faith to me," to Jesus, "and I will place it gently in the holy place where it belongs." So we offer our faith to the divine. We offer our faith to the Holy Spirit, and they will put it into a holy altar, a holy place. They will put it squarely and firmly into the divine, and it is that faith that will work. It is that faith that will give us these experiences of overcoming and success and being the champion, as the song says, and all the things that we know we truly want, and we know that we truly deserve. It's just we're putting our faith in the wrong things. So to do that obviously requires a leap of faith. And that's the title of my talk, a leap of faith. So what is being observed, the issues, the problems, all the things on our healing list. It takes a leap of faith. Again, not mere belief, but a real sense of confidence in success, being the champion, a real sense of that to carry us over to where that appearance is no longer a problem. And it takes a spiritual apprehension, which the dictionary definition said, by apprehension I mean understanding or a grasp. It takes a spiritual grasp to make that leap of faith. That leap of faith is made not because of anything that we have learned from the external world, but that leap of faith is made because of something that we have connected to spiritually inside of us. That really is what faith means, that we have now, through our evolution and through our study and through our learning and through our prayer and through our meditation and maybe just through our life itself, through our existence, we now have a spiritual apprehension or a spiritual understanding that is going to carry us over the ledge, as the picture shows. Carry us over, and we can make that jump, that leap in confidence because we have faith. So I was thinking, and actually this happened to me this morning, of what are some of the challenges, and just the simple day-to-day challenges. So a situation happened to me. I have a long-term good friend, a woman who is a lesbian. I don't know if that's pertinent to the discussion, but it probably is. And she posted this on Facebook recently, under the title of "A Few Good Men, ? There are, but the majority who run most national and local governments value competitiveness, territorialism, aggressiveness, and sometimes a complete lack of empathy. It's time women run or do something to bring women's values to the fore. Men primarily are destroying the world. It's really time for women to take charge. Thank you. And so, I sat there with that, and that challenge, and knowing this person, like I have for almost 30 years, I just sat with it. And there was this draw, this miracle impulse, that this was a teachable moment now, something being posted on Facebook, asking for comments. I could comment. How would I comment? And I had to have faith that I would comment in the right way. So I gave myself a little pause, and then I asked for guidance about how to comment, knowing that whatever I was guided to say would be the right thing and healing, hopefully, in the situation. So this is what I said. This is male-bashing rhetoric. It is a separation teaching and won't get any of us to where we truly want to be. Men, women, and non-binaries are all needed in the new era of light and love. The past must be forgiven. So we can hold on to that, and we can probably get a lot of agreement. Actually, she was getting a tremendous amount of agreement, mostly from other women, of this perception of things. And a lot of people agree in some way with that. I could probably agree that that is the way things appear. But what I know, because of my faith, that holding on to perceptions like that, regardless of the evidence, is never going to help anything. It's not going to be healing. And the other part of this, which I didn't say, is this woman is also going through a very, very serious illness. And she's working really, really hard to heal herself spiritually and naturally from this very serious illness. It's been going on for a couple of years. And that was another reason why I felt really moved, because she's come to me a little bit for healing and healing help and prayer help. And she's been on our prayer list. And so I see that there's a little bit of an openness there. And what I really got after I made that comment, and she responded, she goes, "Oh, you're one of the few good men." And which is, this is great. It's all separation ideas. But we were in a dialogue now. And I have faith that I can jump over that cliff with the next volley, whatever it is. I'm not quite ready yet. I haven't gotten clarity right yet. I don't want to respond too soon. I got actually the guide not to respond too soon. And just to carry forward this discussion in a way that faith can be inspired in her to let go of perceptions of us and them and being victimized. I mean, that's a perception that we as a society have been victimized by men. And that can never be the truth, regardless of how it may appear. One of the difficulties I had with that book that I was so fond of, The Better Angels of Our Nature, last year, when he's talking about the reduction of violence and all of those kind of things, which is he kind of makes that case too, that men have been a problem and that we're never going to really totally get off of violence until women come more to the fore. And it was just, that's because we all got to come to the fore. But the way he framed it and put it, again, it was men are the problem. Men are the violent ones. Wow. And I know there's evidence there, and you can probably get a good rational argument about that. And I know that focusing in on that is not going to be healing. Focusing in on Donald Trump being the problem is not going to heal anything. Focusing in on Republicans being the problem is not going to heal anything. Focusing in on our political system in general and the fact that we don't really live in democracy is a problem and not going to heal anything. Focusing in because we have faith, because we have gone within now and connected with something that gives us confidence and surety focusing in on that, focusing in on the fact that all things are working together for good and there's a lot of great and good in the world, focusing in on that, which is what will enable us to make the real leap of faith that we need to make to get over to the next plateau where these issues have healed. And that's what, for sure, I want to do. You know, there's many ways to approach a problem in your life, and I think the spiritual way to approach it, and the way A Course in Miracles is teaching us to approach it, is a two-step way. I mean, the first step is to realize that we think there's a problem. And we think that, you know, the problem exists out there. So the first step is a little difficult because it's really taking it in and realize the problem isn't out there, the problem's in me. You know, that I'm the problem. You know, it's my thinking that's the problem. It's my perception that is the problem. And that's the first step in healing. And that's a tricky one for people to make. But if you have faith and connect to the surety and confidence that you have inside of you, you can make that leap of faith. Because right alongside that idea that it's you that is the problem is also the idea, and it's you that is the answer. See, if the problem is out there, that's really difficult. You know, because I can't affect out there easily. But if the problem is me, well, I can change my thinking. I can change my perception. And so if I can change the problem, and if I can heal the problem, then there is no problem. And that's the second step that A Course in Miracles tells us. You know, it's let me recognize my problems have been solved. You know, let me recognize that all my problems really have been solved. And that love and faith and confidence is what I need in the working out of all of these things. And so that's what I'm always trying to hold on to, is that particular faith. I see all the problems that everybody else sees in the world, yet I have confidence and surety and faith because of my faith, which is A Course in Miracles, because of my faith in the idea and the tenet and the doctrine that tells us that everything is a projection of my own thoughts, and I have that faith, and because of all those faiths, I can take that leap of faith and leap over the chasm and leap over the problem and know that I will land safely on the plateau on the other side when the miracle has happened and the problem has been healed. So thank you. Take the leap of faith with me. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
material